The Candy Shop's Special Friendship, a story about kindness and inclusion. Once upon a time in a small town nestled among rolling hills, there was a little sweet shop. The little sweet shop was a charming little place with a vintage exterior, painted in soft pastels that sparkled in the sunshine. A handcrafted wooden sign hung above the door, reading "Happy Sweets for Everyone." The inside of the store was just as magical. The shelves were lined with jars filled to the brim with colorful candies of all shapes and sizes. There were lollipops with swirls of rainbow colors, chewy candies in bright hues, and gummy bears that looked almost too cute to eat. As the children walked through the shop, they marveled at the variety of sweets and treats that lay before them. The bright colors and enticing aromas of the candies were enough to make anyone's mouth water. The store was owned by a kind old man named Mr. Sweet, who had a twinkle in his eye and a warm smile for every child who came through the door. He had been running the store for as long as anyone could remember, and it was a beloved fixture of the town. Mr. Sweet would chat with each child, offering them his expert advice on which candies to try, and even sharing stories of his adventures as a young boy. Mr. Sweet sat on the counter with his little terrier, Archy, wiggling his tail every time someone came in. The children loved Archy and would always stop to give him a pat on the head. The candies, each with its unique shape and color, lived happily together in the shop. They would eagerly wait for nightfall to play games and tell stories with one another and dreaming to be one day selected from the kids. There was the gummy bear with its soft texture, the Sour Patch Kids with their tangy taste, the lollipops with their sweet flavors, the chocolate bars with their smooth and creamy textures, and the hard candies with their crunch. Every night was filled with laughter and fun. One day, Mr. Sweet brought a new type of candy from a big town far away into his store. A beautiful, colorful marshmallow pandas. At first, all the candies were fascinated by the new arrival and crowded around the panda marshmallows, gazing in wonder. All candies welcomed them with open arms and played games with the pandas. However, soon the children who came to the shop only wanted to buy the marshmallow pandas, leaving the other candies feeling left out and forgotten. The once happy atmosphere of the shop turned to jealousy and fights between the candies. One night, as the candies were bickering, a curious big mouse snuck into the shop, her tiny nose twitching as she searched for a tasty treat. Candies started to panic and scream. Some candies noticed the mouse heading straight for the marshmallow pandas. Their soft and fluffy bodies were the perfect snack for the little rodent. The candies knew they had to act fast to protect their marshmallow friends. The gummy bear and licorice quickly hatched a plan, using their sweet voices to lure the mouse away from the marshmallow pandas. They promised her even sweeter candy if she followed them to a far corner of the shop, and the big curious mouse did so. Meanwhile, the lollipops and hard candies banded together to move the marshmallow pandas to a safer location. With each candy using their unique strengths, they carefully lifted and carried the pandas to a hiding spot behind a row of chocolate bars. The chocolate bars knew they had to do something to help their friends. They quickly came up with a plan and worked together to create a decoy panda out of chocolate. They carefully wrapped the chocolate panda in shiny foil, making it look just like the real marshmallow pandas. The mouse returned to the area where she had last seen the marshmallow pandas, but all she found was the decoy panda. She nibbled on the foil, thinking it was the sweet treat she was looking for, but soon realized it was just chocolate. As the mouse wandered around the shop searching for some sweets, she heard a commotion from outside the shop. It was Archy, the terrier, who had heard the noise and came to investigate. The mouse, frightened by the barking dog, scurried out of the shop as fast as it could. Archy chased the mouse for a little while before finally returning to the shop, wagging his tail happily. The candies cheered and thanked Archy for his help. The next day, the children who came to the shop noticed that the other candies were just as fun and delicious as the marshmallow pandas. They happily selected different candies to enjoy and laughed as they played games with the candies. The sweets and marshmallows settled in for the night, feeling content and happy together. As the night settled in, and as the stars twinkled in the night sky, a gentle breeze blew through the town, carrying with it the sweet smell of candies and the sound of children's laughter. It was a magical moment, one that the sweets and marshmallows would never forget. From that day on, the sweet shop became even more popular, with kids from all over the town coming to visit and hear the story of how the sweets and marshmallows had become the best of friends. And so, the sweets and marshmallows lived happily ever after, playing and laughing together in the sweet shop, and always remembering the special bond that had brought them together in the first place. With Archie the terrier always keeping an eye out for any unwanted visitors.